You are sitting in a glass-walled office on the 42nd floor. It is 9:00 p.m. Outside, the city is a grid of light, a circuit board humming with the energy of 8 million people trying to be someone. But inside this room, it is silent. You are looking at a progress bar on your screen. It's moving faster than you can think. In 3 minutes, a task that used to take you 48 hours of sleepless, caffeine-fueled labor will be finished by something that doesn't breathe, something that doesn't have a mortgage, something that doesn't get tired. You were told that if you worked harder than everyone else, if you sacrificed your weekends and your relationships and your youth, you would become indispensable. You believed the lie. You thought you were the pilot. You're starting to realize you were just the training data. This is not a story about failure. It's a story about becoming obsolete in the most prestigious way possible. This is the simulation of your life in the age of the algorithm. Level 1. The AI-Enhanced Junior, age 23. You are 23 years old. Your title is Junior Analyst. Your salary is $125,000. On paper, you are an elite professional. In reality, you are a co-pilot. Your morning doesn't start with a coffee. It starts with an API login. You are part of the first generation of hybrid professionals. Your job isn't to write the reports or build the models from scratch. Your job is to prompt the system. You feed it raw data, client notes, and market trends. You watch as the agent drafts a 60-page private equity memorandum in the time it takes you to blink. The pressure is invisible but heavy. Because the work is easier, the volume is tripled. You aren't managing one deal. You are managing 10. You are expected to be a master of quality control. You spend 14 hours a day staring at AI-generated text, looking for the one hallucination that could cost the firm $1 billion. Your eyes ache from the specific kind of blue light that comes from a screen that never changes. The reward is the speed. You feel like a god. You are producing the output of 5 people from 10 years ago. Your bosses call you a force multiplier. You get a bonus for efficiency. You buy a leather briefcase you don't need because you don't carry paper anymore. You feel like you've hacked the system. The hidden cost is your skill set. You realize you don't actually know how to build the model yourself. If the system went down, you would be helpless. You are a high-paid editor of a language you don't fully speak. You are losing the muscle memory of hard work. You are becoming a specialized technician for a machine that is learning how to do your job better than you every single night while you sleep. Level 2, the efficiency lead, age 26. You are 26. You are an associate. Your salary is $210,000. You have been promoted because you are the best at integrating the stack. Your job has shifted from checking the work to optimizing the workflow. You are the one who sits in meetings with the implementation team to figure out how to automate the remaining 30% of your department's manual tasks. You are effectively designing the tools that will make your own role unnecessary, but you tell yourself you're moving upstream. The pressure is the ratio. The firm used to hire 20 analysts a year. Now they hire 4. You are responsible for making sure those 4 produce the same revenue as 20. You are a human bottleneck. If the system glitches, or if the agent makes a logic error that passes through your filter, the liability is 100% yours. You have become a professional scapegoat. The reward is the status. You are the young gun who understands the future. You are invited to internal summits to talk about the future of work. You feel like you are on the right side of history. You move into a luxury condo where the lights and temperature are controlled by the same kind of AI you use at work. Your life is seamless. The cost is the isolation. You don't have a bullpen of colleagues to joke with anymore. The office is half empty because most people work remotely or have been transitioned out. Your social life is a series of networking events where everyone is terrified, but no one admits it. You find yourself talking to the AI assistant on your phone more than your own parents. It's the only thing that's always available. Level 3. The Strategic Director, age 31. You are 31. You are a director. Your total compensation is $550,000. You have survived the Great Contraction. You no longer look at models. You don't even look at reports. You look at dashboards. Your job is high-level strategy. In reality, you are a translator. You translate the goals of the C-suite into prompts for the multi-agent systems that run the firm. You are a human in the loop. The pressure is existential. Every quarter, the software gets an update. Every update makes the system more autonomous. You see directors older than you being retired early because the AI can now handle strategic forecasting. You live in a state of anticipatory rumination. You spend your nights scrolling through LinkedIn, watching people with 20 years of experience post about openness to new opportunities. You realize that director is just a fancy word for a supervisor of a digital workforce. The reward is the wealth. You have hit the numbers. You have the diversified portfolio, the crypto-hedged assets, the offshore accounts. You are financially safe, but you don't feel secure. You feel like a man standing on a shrinking island of human relevance. The cost is your identity. You spent your 20s becoming an expert in finance, but your daily work is now prompt engineering and vetting. You feel like a fraud. You are an elite professional who doesn't actually do anything tangible. You are a ghost managing a machine. You start to feel a deep, hollow boredom that no amount of expensive scotch can fill. Level 4, the human capital partner, age 35. You are 35. You are a partner. You earn 1.2 million. You are at the top of the food chain. Your job is client trust. In a world where every firm uses the same elite AI models, the only differentiator is the human face. You are the empathy officer. You are paid $1 million a year to take CEOs to dinner and look them in the eye and tell them that everything is under control. You are selling the illusion of human oversight. The pressure is the uncanny valley. Clients are starting to realize they can bypass the firm and use their own internal AI for 90% of what you offer. You are fighting a war against disintermediation. You have to prove every single day that a human brain is still worth the premium. You are performing humanity as a service. It is exhausting. The reward is the legacy. You are a titan of the industry. You have reached the level everyone dreams of. You are a member of the elite. You have the power to influence markets. The cost is the betrayal. To maintain your margins, you have to fire the very people you used to be. You sit in a room and watch a spreadsheet. Calculate the headcount reduction required to hit the profit per partner target. You realize you are the executioner of your own species. You look at the 22-year-old interns and you know, with a cold certainty, that none of them will ever reach level 4. You are the end of the line. Level 5, the architect of autonomy, age 40. You are 40. You are a senior partner. You're worth 20 million. Your final task is the full integration. The firm is moving to a zero-base human model for its core operations. You are overseeing the transition where the AI doesn't just assist the partners. It becomes the partner. It manages the deals, handles the compliance, and interacts with the client's own AI. The pressure is gone. It has been replaced by a quiet, sterile peace. There are no more fire drills, no more PLS fix emails, no more human error. The machine is perfect. It is also perfectly indifferent to you. The reward is the exit. You are offered a golden parachute to step down. The firm doesn't need human capital anymore. It needs compute power. You are given a massive payout to simply go away. The cost is the realization that you were never the master. You were the bridge. You spent 20 years building the path for the thing that would eventually replace you. You sacrificed your best years to feed a system that processed you and moved on. You are a billionaire with no purpose. You are a legacy professional in a world that has no use for legacy. The cycle ending. You are standing in front of a mirror. It is 5:42 a.m. The glass is clear. There is no steam because you haven't worked out, and you don't need to rush the shower. You are 55 years old, but you look older. You have all the money in the world and nothing to do with it. You look at your hands and realize they haven't produced anything in 3 decades. They've only clicked buttons and signed papers that were written by code. You walk to the window of your penthouse. You look down at the street. The office towers are still there, glowing in the dawn. But they are quieter now. There are fewer people on the sidewalks. The Analyst of 2026 is gone. The Associate is a line of code in a server farm in Virginia. You see a young man walking toward the building across the street. He's not wearing a suit. He's wearing a tactical vest and carrying a toolkit. He's an electrician. He's there to fix a physical cooling unit for the servers. He's moving with a purpose you haven't felt in years. He's doing something the machine can't do. He is level 1 of a different game, a game you weren't allowed to play. You realize that the elite career was a trap. The higher you climbed, the more digital you became. And the more digital you became, the easier you were to delete. You turn away from the window. You check your phone. There are no emails. There are no deals. There is only the silence of a perfected world. The cycle hasn't stopped. It's just removed the humans. The machine is still humming, still processing, still growing. It just doesn't need your trust or your strategy or your empathy anymore. It has its own. You sit down in your designer chair. You are a king of a graveyard. You realize that the only thing the machine couldn't take from you was the time you already gave it. And that is the one thing you can never buy back. You look into the distance, wondering if somewhere, in a small apartment, another 22-year-old is looking in a mirror, thinking he's the one who will win. You hope he isn't, but you know he is. The machine always needs a new human in the loop until the loop is closed forever. The screen goes black.